Okay, so we'll take this last numerical now. So in this numerical, we are going to design the second numerical. We are going to design a collector to base bias circuit, collector to base bias circuit. Okay, for a specific condition or for a specified condition, for a specified condition. Okay, when he has said that, when he has given it, saying VCC is equals to 15 volts, VCE is equals to 5 volts, IC is 5 milliamps, and beta is equals to 100. So this is what has been given in the numerical. So this is what has been given in the numerical. So he is asking us to design a collector to base bias circuit for the specified condition. So he is asking us to maintain a biasing voltage of 15 volts, an output voltage of 5 volts, output current, the ability to handle a load maximum of 5 milliamps, and the transistor that we are using, the beta value of that transistor is found to be as 100. Okay, so with this specification, he is expecting us to design the base bias circuit. So first let us draw the base bias circuit. So in case of the base bias circuit, we know that this is our transistor, our NPN transistor. So this is the base, collector and emitter. So we will be having VCC, this is our RC, we can write plus VCC, this is RC. Okay, then I'll be having a feedback path. So this is the resistance RB. Okay, then this emitter is grounded. Am I right? The current that flows through this resistance RC is found to be as IC plus IB. Okay, at this node what happens? The current that flows over here is IC, and the current that flows to the base resistance is IB. And I can see here the voltage, the output voltage, the out, what is being seen between the output terminal and the ground is nothing but my VCE. So this is what the best I can represent in terms of my circuit representation. So it means in this circuit, I should design the value of RC and RB. So instead of asking people to say that compute the value of RC and RB, he is saying that design the circuit. So design the circuit means I need to just compute the value of RC and RB. Okay. So now we'll start working on this design. The first step. First we'll compute what is the value of IB. Now I'll ask you a question. How will you compute this IB? How will you compute the IB? Whether you will use the equation VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta times that of RC, somewhat that kind of equation. Yes, good Sneha. So here what we'll be doing is we'll be computing the value of IB as IC divided by beta. Then as a student, you will be facing a problem saying that, sir, when to use this equation and when to use the equation IB is equals to VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta times of RC. So equation itself will say you. So you are having one more equation for IB which says VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta times that of RC. Do you know the value of RB and RC? No, this is not known. So since this is not known, you cannot use this equation. Understanding? So this equation can be used only when known parameters are there in this equation. However, VCC will be known to you, VB is fixed, that is default, not a problem. Beta will be given, if not given, you can assume it. If not, you can assume it, right? So only problem is with respect to the RB and RC. Since RB and RC is not known to you, compulsorily you have to use this equation only. Compulsory you have to use this equation only. So IB is equals to IC divided by the beta, right? So we know what is the value of IC. So he has given it in this numerical, right? So we know what's the value of the IC. What's the value of IC? The value of IC is found to be as 5 milliamps. So I can write here IB is equals to 5 milli divided by beta. What's the value of beta? 100. So what's the value of IB? The value of IB is found to be as 50 microamps. Good. 50 microamps. Okay. Then next what we have to do? We know that we have to apply the KVL to the output loop in order to compute the value of the RC. Okay. Then when I apply KVL at the output loop, KVL at output loop, okay, what is the expression I'm going to get? So already we know that expression, right? So VCE is equals to VCC minus IB plus IC into RC. IB plus IC into RC. Am I right? VCE is equals to VCC minus IB plus IC into RC. So in this equation, what is the parameter for what I'm hunting? I'm hunting so that I can compute the value of RC. Okay. So what I will do over here is now, okay, I'll just send this term, okay, from my LHS to RHS, or let me write the equation for RC. So let me send this term from RHS to LHS, and I'll take this term from LHS to RHS. So I'm just stopping this. Since this is negative term, when it goes on the LHS, this becomes positive. So I'll be getting IB plus IC into RC is equals to VCC minus VCE, right? So if I write the equation for RC now, so this will go into the denominator side. So I'll be able to get an expression as RC is equals to VCC minus VCE divided by IB plus the IC, right? So I can write RC is equals to, so what's the value of VCC? So VCC he has given us as 15 volts minus VCE, output voltage he wants us to have it as a value of 5 volts, divided by IB plus IC. So they are able to compute the value of IB. So what's the value of IB? It is 50 microamps. So this is found to be as 50 microamps plus the value of IC. He has given it as 5 milliamps. So what's the value of RC? So what's the value of RC? Yes, the value of RC is found to be as 1.98 kilo ohms. 1.98 kilo ohms. Then next what we'll do is, get the next page. We'll apply the KVL on the input side. Okay, we'll apply the KVL on input so that we can develop the equation for the RB. Okay, we can develop the equation for RB. So we know that when I apply the KVL on the input side, the equation that I will be getting is VCE minus IBRB minus IBRB minus VBE is equals to 0. So I'll show you with respect to your circuit itself. Will apply the input. Okay. So this is the input loop, right? So this point is nothing but your VCE. So this voltage itself is VCE, right? So I am applying this particular loop. VCE minus IBRB minus VBE is equals to 0. Now you will be asking a question, sir, why you are not considering VCC and RC? I can simply say you people that already when I am saying this VCE, this voltage drop is considered default in this voltage. Okay, what is VCE? It's a potential between the point C and the emitter. What is this voltage? It is VCC minus ICRC. Sorry, IC plus IB into RC. So this voltage drop is already considered here. Then there is no requirement of taking it explicitly. If not, what you should do? VCC minus IC plus IB into RC minus IBRB minus VBE. Same equation. Okay, I hope you are able to understand what I want to say. I'm just saying that VCC minus IC plus IB into RC. Whatever this is there, this is nothing but my VCE. This is nothing but my VC. So instead of taking these two terms separately, what I'm doing now, potential at this node is VCE, which is known to me now already. The VCE minus IBRB minus VBE. So I'm following this input loop. Is it clear to you? Yes or no? Even if you take this equation, a straightforward equation that we have discussed in the theoretical interaction, that is also true only. Okay, it's also true. So you did not get panic that how this equation is coming. Okay, so VCE minus IBRB minus VB is equals to 0. So over here, my intention is to compute the value of RB. So I'll send this term on this side. So this becomes VCE minus VBE is equals to IBRB. This implies the value of RB will be equal to VCE minus VBE divided by VIB. Then I can say that RB is equals to, what's the value of VCE? VCE is output voltage. Already it is being given over here. VCE is 5 volts minus VBE is the forward voltage drop 0.7 for a silicon transistor divided by the value of IB. The value of IB I am able to compute it, such as the value of IB is found to be as 50 microamps. 50 microamps. Then what is the value of your RB? What's the value of your RB? Yes, good. The value of RB is found to be as 86 kilo ohms. 86 kilo ohms. So this is how you people should be able to design your circuits. Okay, is it clear to you? Okay,